You know, I'm kinda shocked that the June Nintendo Direct date hasn't been announced by Nintendo yet. We know it's happening, Nintendo told us, so I wonder what the wait is for. Now, you know it would be funny if Nintendo actually announced it by the time this Nintendo Direct video came out. Which, by the way, what one game do you want to see at the Nintendo Direct if you could have anything? Personally, I want those Zelda games. Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the RoboChan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwave or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not, and have that notification bell on so you know when I upload. In this video, we are going to talk about Nintendo Insider Midori's words on the June 2024 Nintendo Direct, what it could be based on her words, and based on any Nintendo Switch leaks or any Nintendo rumors that have popped up, which are based on what she's describing, and some of the information does come from her as well, and others are speculation or based on the idea of how she's describing the June Nintendo Direct. We will also talk about another new Nintendo Switch game that was announced and is coming from a Sony IP of all places. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps the video reach more viewers when you do, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's get on to the topics. So the June Nintendo Direct should be announced soon, a time where we get new Nintendo Switch games from Mario to Metroid to The Legend of Zelda, maybe some new IPs, or maybe even old ones coming back. Or maybe, just maybe, we will actually see Metroid Prime 4 gameplay, but we don't really know if that's gonna happen, do we? For all we know, this Nintendo Direct could just be an okay-ish June Nintendo Direct, you know, just enough to hold us over until that Nintendo Switch 2. But good news, or rather leak or description of the June Nintendo Direct, it seems that Midori does have some words on the June Nintendo Direct, and whether or not it's going to be a big Nintendo Direct or a small Nintendo Direct or just an okay-ish Nintendo Direct. This is what she said after she was told this. "I'd genuinely be shocked if the Direct this month is as strong as the Xbox showing. I never would have expected that going in. Full kudos to the hardworking teams that nailed it." And Midori described the Nintendo Direct with a reply as describing it as peak. It's going to be a peak Nintendo Direct. Now those are some pretty tall orders. When you think of peak Nintendo Directs, you think of a lot of huge and strong IPs being announced at the Nintendo Direct. Like not a small Mario game, not a small Zelda game, not small ports or remasters, no, big games. And the thing that's interesting about this is that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be coming in 2025. This is the last Nintendo Switch Nintendo Direct, if that makes sense. So to describe it as a big Nintendo Direct, essentially, it is very interesting and makes you wonder what games are going to be at this Nintendo Direct. Now, peak could be a number of things. One could be a stealth drop or announcement for a Zelda game on the Nintendo Switch from the GameCube or Nintendo Wii U, kind of like Metroid Prime Remaster's stealth drop that we had. That would certainly make it a pretty big Nintendo Direct. Everybody was going crazy when that happened for Metroid Prime. And honestly, it might just happen. The reason why I say this is because according to Midori and even other Nintendo insiders before she even said anything, Nintendo is sitting on a remaster of Twilight Princess. When asked about the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, she said this: "I do not know why Nintendo is not releasing it yet." Now this coming from some other Nintendo insider other than Piero, I would say, would be exciting, but not exciting as probably one of the best Nintendo leakers or Atlas leakers or whichever one you want to pick. She has leaked a lot of information and found a lot of information and made to light a lot of information that comes from Nintendo Atlas, some Square Enix information, which we'll talk about later on because I think that could be at the Nintendo Direct as well. Now there is another Legend of Zelda rumor floating around for a Zelda focused game that also could be at the June Nintendo Direct. So if you guys haven't seen this yet, there could be something Mario at the June Nintendo Direct, or at least coming very soon, maybe even after the June Nintendo Direct. The September Nintendo Direct that Nintendo usually has, maybe. But since she's describing this Nintendo Direct as peak, a Mario game at the Direct would definitely add to the greatness of a big Nintendo Direct. Earlier last month, Midori spoke of a codename for a Mario game on the Nintendo Switch, and it had the word red in it, which also has a lot of potential. I mean a lot of potential. The reason why I say it's a lot of potential is that the codename for multiple Mario games, from Super Mario Odyssey to even Bowser's Fury, all contain this type of codename. They all have their own codenames. So this codename could be for a port, it could be for a remaster, it could be for some kind of new Mario game. Heck, it might be for the rumored Mario Party game, because that is another game that's on this list, Mario Party. We know that it's currently rumored that Mario Party could be making an appearance at the next Nintendo Direct, or at the very least, there is a new Mario Party game coming. So maybe we'll get a Mario Galaxy 2 game on the Nintendo Switch finally, like a lot of people want. Or maybe it'll be a remake or a remaster of a past Mario RPG game. We know that Nintendo has been doing a lot of Mario RPG games recently as well. Or who knows? Yeah, this would actually be really cool. Maybe it's a new Paper Mario game. I mean, they marketed the heck out of Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Like, just for a regular old remaster, or I guess it's a remake, the Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door remake, they really did market that game. I mean, it was everywhere, and honestly, it is great. I've been having fun playing when I have time anyways. Again, I've been working on animations, and animation takes a long time. I've been trying to get this walk cycle so my character can actually walk around on screen. But a new Paper Mario game, that's also on the list of possibilities. I don't know, I guess we'll see. And the next one is Metroid Prime 4. Now, we know that Nintendo will eventually bring this game out. I don't think they restarted development for nothing. They're not going to cancel it, especially after restarting development, because man, they probably put a lot of money into that. I mean, even Pikmin 4 eventually came out. I hope we don't have to wait that long for it, but you guys know what I mean. So we should hear something sooner or later from this game. Now, part of me does want to say that Nintendo might wait until the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, or whatever they're going to be doing for that reveal, but there is a possibility that this could end up at the June Nintendo Direct, and that would definitely add the idea of a big Nintendo Direct, or peak Nintendo Direct, as Midori described it as. The next one is, I think we'll actually see Kirby and the Crystal Canvas, or not Crystal Canvas, the Cursed Canvas, because there was a trademark renewal for that game, and I think Nintendo's probably going to bring a remaster, probably not a remake. I don't think they're going to remake that game, but a remaster or a port would probably be in the line of what Nintendo could do with that game, since they did renew that trademark. But not just that, there is another rumor going around that Nintendo is going to do remasters and ports of one GameCube game and one 3DS game. Now, this could be so many different things. This could end up being that Twilight Princess port, the one that they're apparently sitting on, according to Midori and other Nintendo insiders. This could end up being Wind Waker. Maybe that's what they're going to do. They're going to put more effort into the Twilight Princess port. I've been wondering if they're actually going to remake that, because I feel like Wind Waker kind of holds up till today, so doing a port of that would probably be the better route, or the route I think Nintendo would go. I think Twilight Princess, though, at least texture wise and stuff, giving it the Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door treatment, and also the Metroid Prime treatment, I think that would be the route they're going to go, which I think a lot of you guys would get really excited for that. But on the 3DS side, there's a lot of options they could do. I mean, it could be a Link Between Worlds. It could be Kid Icarus Uprising on the Nintendo Switch. That was rumored a long time ago. It could also be a third-party Nintendo game. Like, there are so many options that they could choose from, because the 3DS had a massive, fantastic library, so there's a lot that they can choose from. Now, that is a rumor, but the idea of a peak Nintendo Direct bringing back games that a lot of people loved would add to the excitement for a lot of Nintendo fans, especially if it includes a Mario game and also a Zelda game. I mean, all of that in one Nintendo Direct would be pretty big. And you know what else would be pretty big? GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch Online service. I think Nintendo could bring GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch Online service, and I also think that it could live aside these ports and remasters. I don't see why not. In fact, we already have that with Mario 35th Anniversary Collection, plus the stuff that's on the Nintendo Switch Online service, like Super Mario 64, so I don't see why that can't happen. I mean, that didn't hurt the sales of that game. Granted, that did have two other games with Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy 1, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. And if not GameCube games, just generally giving us more things on the Nintendo Switch Online service would add to that Nintendo Direct, especially when they need to keep us covered until the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct. And the next one I think would be kind of interesting, an Animal Crossing game. So Animal Crossing is in an interesting situation, because it is rumored that an Animal Crossing game is in development, which Animal Crossing is one of the best-selling games on the Nintendo Switch currently, and a lot of people own Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I wouldn't be shocked if a new Animal Crossing was currently in development and they announced it at the June Nintendo Direct. That would be a fantastic game to place like smack dab in the middle. Although part of me wants to say, well, I think it would be better on the Nintendo Switch 2 instead. Although they're going to be playing on both consoles, so they're going to have to make it run on the original Nintendo Switch. So we'll see on that front. And next up is, according to Midori, all the Kingdom Hearts games are going to be hitting the Nintendo Switch. So maybe they're going to be announcing that at the Nintendo Direct as well, that they're coming to the Nintendo Switch physical, not streaming. Let me make this clear. I hate those. I can't believe they did that. I want them physical on the Nintendo Switch. Another game that I think could be at the Nintendo Direct that could make it peak, so to speak. I kind of hate saying that word myself. Dragon Quest HD 2D. According to Midori, that's going to be at the Nintendo Direct, and I don't think it was at the Xbox or Sony event, unless I missed it, because I was skimming through it when it was playing, because there were some games that I just wasn't interested in. But that is probably going to be at the Nintendo Direct. I can see that. Now, the next one is a piece of news, I guess you would call. I mean, it is news. It just was announced not too long ago. But also, it's what could be at the Nintendo Direct, and it also makes you wonder a couple other things, especially with Phil Spencer's words on bringing things to different platforms, but I'll get to that in a second. So I think Lego New Horizon trailer is going to appear at that Nintendo Direct. I don't see why not. It was announced for the Nintendo Switch already, but when it comes to those type of games, I wonder if any other games are going to be hitting the Nintendo Switch that are coming from the Xbox side. We know Xbox and Nintendo have been really buddy-buddy, even more so now, because currently Phil Spencer said that more games are going to be coming to other platforms, including PlayStation and Nintendo and just PC, and overall they're going to be expanding their horizon on these releases. So I do wonder if they're going to be bringing any more Xbox games to the Nintendo Switch, like Hi-Fi Rush. That's another game that hasn't hit the Nintendo Switch yet, and I expect that to fully be revealed at that Nintendo Direct. Because remember, they found the information within the code of Hi-Fi Rush for Sony, and it already appeared on Sony, so all that's left is the Nintendo Switch version, and the June Nintendo Direct would be the perfect place to show that. Now, another game that I think might also be revealed there, maybe, I don't know how they'll get that to run on the Nintendo Switch. I know they got the current Doom games on the Nintendo Switch, but I don't know about this new one. Now, the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming up, so maybe they'll save that for the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. But yeah, overall, guys, the idea of a peak Nintendo Direct really is interesting to me, because that means that there's going to be some pretty big reveals, and a lot of information from Midori and other Nintendo insiders have already appeared, like Mario games and Zelda ports and Zelda games and 3DS games coming to the Switch, as well as GameCube games. So it really does kind of paint a picture that if some of these inside information and maybe even games that a lot of us really do want, like a new Donkey Kong game, that's how you say that word, a new Donkey Kong game could end up being there as well. I don't know, I thought it was interesting. Make sure you guys tell me what you guys think about this peak Nintendo Direct. Like, what games would you want to see at this Nintendo Direct that would make it a peak Nintendo Direct for you? And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. And if not on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.